desk pisses me off. All these pictures of y'all.
Did you know they were engaged?
Yes. You knew this the whole time.
I wanted to stop by and say thank you.
What'd I do?
Insistent.
I don't know how else to say I'm sorry.
I don't know. Maybe you could try by doing the right thing.
What the?
Yeah, it's coming after you hard.
Okay, Sistas fans, this is my in-credit trailer breakdown for next week's episode, Season 5, Episode 14, Fair Game. Now, a couple of days ago, because the Sistas, social media accounts mistakenly dropped the trailer for Fair Game last week, I waited a few days and I did the trailer breakdown. So if you want to see that, that's already on the channel. I posted it on the 10th. It's already at 15,000 views. So yeah, go check that out. But this will just be the end credits trailer scene. So if you want to watch both videos back to back to get the full picture, go ahead and do so. But not much to talk about here. We got Karen. Well, okay, this is the most petty shit. Okay, so we got Karen looking around the house going, that desk pisses me off. What that desk do to you? It's like she just so happens to point out the one thing that Zach bought specifically for Zatima to study for her law degree. Yeah, that desk pisses me off. All these pictures, y'all. And then she notices the ring. And I'm just like, why would the ring just randomly be sitting there like that? Wasn't Zatima all about, hiding the ring from everybody and then, cleaning up before they had guests over? I don't know. But yeah, Karen's in her feelings. This entire damn end credit could be described as, let's talk about Karen. So later at the penthouse, you got Danny and Sabrina just sitting on the couch, and then you got Andy and Karen standing, and did you know they were engaged? And then Andy goes, yes. But I mean, to be fair, she only found out maybe an hour or so ago. And then Karen goes, so you knew this whole time? Yet again, she only knew for like an hour or so. Now we got Karen feeling betrayed by everybody. And yet this is another reason why Andy had no reason to bring her ass over to Zach and Fatima's house to begin with. All right. I'm guessing at okay. So we know that in the full trailer, there's a point where Danny gets off the elevator. She's probably the first one over at Andy's place because Gary is, in his birthday suit waiting for the elevator door to open, but then realizes that it's Danny. Maybe it's Danny and Sabrina, but we only see Danny coming off the elevator. So Gary's like, I don't know how else to say I'm sorry. And then Sabrina goes, I don't know. Maybe you could do the right thing. I don't know what this is in reference to like, being naked in front of them or being in the penthouse. This just seems like a all men are trash episode. That's what it boils down to. But anyway, we eventually have Karen, and she's over at Aaron's place based on the dialogue. Karen goes, I wanted to stop by and say thank you. Aaron goes, what'd I do? And Karen goes, thank you for your system. Look, I know I could be wrong. I tried listening to that particular scene over and over again, but I'm thinking system as in in his support system. Again, I don't know. If you were able to make out what was said, please let me know. I know some people are like, I'll watch it with subtitles. Now is your time to help out. Okay. Well, in any case, there's a lot that can come from this. I'm always thinking about one particular moment of the game season 2. This was at the point where Derwin and Melanie weren't together. I think that he had possibly moved on with Janae at that time, and Melanie was dating a dude named Jerome. And there was a moment where Melanie out of nowhere opted to go to his apartment and I think had like a picnic or something, and he was in there with another woman. But the thing was, they weren't like officially an item. They were kind of, dating or something, but it wasn't anything, serious. And it was something he said that really stuck with me in terms of how I look at some of these shows. Melanie, never come over here unannounced. Basically meaning that you could walk in on something you don't want to see. And I'm thinking that with Karen popping up at Aaron's place, kind of the same way he randomly pops up on her at the salon and at her apartment, she's probably going to find something that she doesn't want to see. And I wouldn't give a shit and I wouldn't feel bad. Due to the fact that she's been using the guy. Yes, he's been I mean, he will look a bit like trash. Now, I ain't gonna lie. He will look a bit like trash because kind of like, you know, Kevin Hart talking about his wife when he was doing a book tour. And he was like, you know, yeah, she's my rib, you know, my rib. She's my everything. But then next thing you know, he gets caught in an affair. So it's kind of like Aaron over here preaching, pun intended, I love you. No baby is going to stop me from loving you, even if I'm not the father and this, that, and the third. You can't get rid of me. And yet he's probably entertaining another woman. They're probably having a one-on-one Bible study. And Karen's going to be pissed, but it's like, but you just came over from the house of the man you wanted to be. Basically, you're running to Aaron because you find out Zatima is engaged. Get the hell out of here. All right. So, yeah, I think there's only one thing to talk about. One last thing to talk about. And that's Zach and Fatima sitting down, and Zach is opening the paperwork that Hayden presented him with, serving him the documents. And he's like, what the fuck? And Fatima's like, that bitch coming from you for you hard. So whatever's on that paperwork, it ain't good. And, you know, Heather did tell Karen, you're lucky you two ain't married because I'm coming for that ass. So, yeah, she's going to try to take Zach for everything. But we'll just have to wait and see how it plays out. Now, remember, this was the end credit trailer. If you want to see the full 30-second promo, that video is already up. Thanks so much for tuning in. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.